beloved Sojourners. Welcome to Weekly Waypoint, where we help you tune into and align your intentions with the energies and the opportunities of the week ahead. Are you in the midst of an unsettling transition? Are you feeling a bit stuck in life? Has the suffering become unbearable? Are you facing a fork in the road? Are you lost or simply miserably bored with life? My friends, if you felt a compelling yes to any of these questions, then this week's message from Spirit holds particular relevance for you. You may be long overdue for a vision quest. This is our Oracle card wisdom for the week. I absolutely love this card. This magically mystical card depicts the full moon beauty of our real inner essence, being liberated from all that would hold us back in life. It reflects a joyously surrendered trust that the universe indeed is opening new doors of opportunity for our highest good. So let's explore this ancient practice. What is a vision quest, and why would you want to make time for one anyway? Indigenous people throughout the ages have sojourned out into the wilderness in order to gain a kind of clarity and insight to the kind of primal existential questions, much like the ones I asked a moment ago. Come back to reality, Earth to Brian. Have you ever heard that directive from someone? Who decided what reality is anyway? You see, a vision quest, among other spiritual practices, has a palpable way of kind of peeling back the surface veneer of our daily grind and has a way of reframing our perspective of what is real. You see, at any moment along the ordinariness of our daily path, we have a choice. You can choose to take what I like to refer to as the awakening way. On the awakening way, you begin to see and shed those aspects of yourself that really no longer serve your highest good. On this spiritual journey of revisioning, you'll recover your real essence nature. And along the way, rediscover that unshakable joy and fulfillment that we so yearn and long for in life and in our overall experience. This quest will inevitably bring changes your way. Perhaps you'll let go of certain relationships, a job, a habit. At the same time, however, new relationships and activities will certainly come your way. You see, sages and mystics throughout the ages, for thousands and thousands of years, have long journeyed to remote places in the wilderness, places of solitude, where these kind of profound encounters with spirit can take place and unfold. Indigenous cultures, through vision quests, have opened portals into the spiritual realm of reality, into the awakening way. My friends, the universe may well be inviting you on a vision quest to gain that much needed clarity and insight to your path. Through direct connection with spirit, you can then begin to shed light on those nagging primal life questions. So, what would a vision quest look like in today's world with the reality in which we live these days? A vision quest will certainly invite us to take time away from our normal routines and responsibilities. Ideally, Ideally, it'll also include a retreat from our familiar day-to-day environment. Now, if possible, take 3 to 4 days for the quest. That's the more traditional length of time for a vision quest. Otherwise, if you're a bit limited, perhaps just going off grid for a day of uninterrupted solitude will work as well. If you can retreat out into the beauty of nature, all the better. What's essential here on the quest is that you disconnect from all in-person and electronic communications. This kind of disconnect is so vitally important for you to tune into and to hear from Spirit. Now, you may want to rent a cabin or camp in the woods. Perhaps there's a nearby retreat center that provides space for this uninterrupted solitude for your quest. If none of these are possibilities, perhaps simply creating an in-home retreat will work also. Here we want to be very intentional about creating a kind of sacred space in the home, however. You want to be able to clear the clutter. You want to keep it simple. Perhaps in this sacred space to have a lighted candle, some incense or essential oils, particularly that might have an earthing type of energy and quality about them. Perhaps you want to have a simple sacred item in front of you to help you focus and to quiet the busyness of your mind when those thoughts tend to come up along the way, as they will. Now, if you can hear lots of outside noise in your environment, you also might want to consider some quiet, meditative background music to there again provide a deeper level of focus and quiet the mind. A new favorite resource of mine by author Denise Lin is Kindling the Native Spirit, Sacred Practices for Everyday Life. And in there she says, a quest of any kind is a heroic journey. How true. No matter where you go on your quest, or no matter what length of time you can carve out for that experience, just the fact that you're courageously taking a quest is a heroic journey. Now, along the way, in your experience, you certainly want to have loose-fitting, comfortable clothing on so that you're not distracted and that you can focus. You'll spend a bit of time, particularly at the outset, quieting the mind, practicing some deep healing breathing, some deep inhale combined with exhale. I also encourage you to help with that monkey mind, to quiet it down and to center your spirit and to tune in and connect. That you probably want to have a powerful, simple affirmation that you can use as well. We'll take a look at a couple options in just a minute. But you're going to spend quite a bit of time, particularly at the outset, cultivating a kind of quiet, spacious awareness. Kind of like putting up your antenna to the universe that you might receive these powerful messages, to the nagging primal questions that you bring to the table. Speaking of which, at the outset too, you're going to want to set that intention and invite spirit guides to come alongside and journey with you, to open the eyes of your heart, to sense and intuit the kind of messages and answers and guidance that you so need to hear. Now, I highly recommend that you grab a dedicated journal or notebook for your vision quest, a place where you can document your quest experience and a place where you can reflect on any particular changes that you feel compelled to make moving forward in your life. Now your re-entry. Fast forward to your re-entry. After a lot of this quiet solitude and the power of these experiences, you're going to want to kind of ease your way back into the ordinariness of life. Take it slow if possible. Be patient with yourself in onboarding back to life. Now, also expect resistance upon your return to any significant life changes that you plan to implement when you get back to reality. Now, if your time is particularly limited, you may want to incorporate a tarot oracle card reading from a professional you know and trust. Ideally, schedule that reading either the day before or at least early on the morning of your retreat. This has a way of quickly opening up direct insight to the questions you bring to the table, to the questions you bring to that reading. You can use this distilled wisdom as a kind of jump start into that single day retreat experience and reflection. If you're not familiar with experiencing a personalized reading, head on over to our website at spiritualsojourners.com, where you can learn more about a personalized tarot oracle reading. Now, I really want to help you develop an affirmation specifically for your Vision Quest experience in time. Here, I want to provide a few possibilities that you can adopt, you can customize, or use to inspire your own unique creation of an affirmation. And if this is your first weekly waypoint tuning in, you simply, on the first half of silently repeating an affirmation, you want to take a slow, deep inhale. And as you silently to yourself repeat the second half of a simple affirmation, you want to say that silently on the slow exhale. So the first affirmation option I want to provide you with to consider is this. On the inhale, I am coming alive. And on the exhale, on the awakening way. I am coming alive on the awakening way. A second affirmation possibility, my friends. I am receiving clarity and insight. I am receiving clarity and insight. And a third possibility that you might want to consider, either adopt, customize, or create your own. I am courageously embracing open doors of opportunity. I am courageously embracing open doors of opportunity. Carl Jung once said, "Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes." My friends, may you awaken reality, and on the journey open doors of passionate joy and fulfillment. As always, we invite you into the ongoing conversations that are happening over on Facebook and Instagram at Spiritual Sojourners. We also have a Facebook group at Spiritual Sojourners where we're diving a little bit deeper into providing spiritual wisdom and practices, particularly oracle card readings for each day. Head on over there if you're interested. Otherwise, we will see you right here next Monday for another weekly waypoint. Vision Quest blessings, beloved Sojourners. Namaste.